Dubai sells a dream the world can't stop watching. Glittering skylines. Gold-plated luxury. Endless shopping. Record-breaking everything. It's a city that turned sand into spectacle and made the impossible feel normal. But what if one of its biggest attractions hides a truth no one talks about? Because behind the polished glass and marble floors, there's a place that never seems to stop, yet somehow feels strangely empty. This is the story of Dubai's biggest lie, the empty mall that never stops. At first glance, everything looks perfect. The doors slide open and you're hit with cold, crisp air. Bright lights bounce off spotless floors. Designer stores line the walls like a runway of wealth. Screens glow, music hums softly, and everything is exactly where it should be. But then you notice something. There aren't many people. Not the kind of crowd you expect from one of the most famous shopping destinations on Earth. No chaos. No packed lines. No rush. Just a steady trickle of visitors walking slowly, almost aimlessly. And that's when the question hits you. How can a place this massive, this expensive, this iconic, feel so quiet? Dubai didn't build small. It never has. Everything here is about scale. Bigger, taller, more luxurious. Malls aren't just places to shop. They're destinations. Experiences. Entire worlds under one roof. But scale comes with a price. Because when something is built for millions, it has to look full, even when it's not. Walk deeper into the mall and you start to see it more clearly. Stores open, lights on, staff waiting. Perfect displays. Perfect branding. Perfect silence. Some shops have no customers at all. Employees stand neatly behind counters, phones tucked away, eyes scanning for anyone who might walk in. A smile appears the moment you glance their way. Hope, packaged in professionalism. But most people keep walking. It's not that the mall is abandoned. It's not dead. It's functioning exactly as designed. But something about it feels off. Like a stage set between performances. And that's when you begin to understand. This place was never just built for shoppers. It was built for perception. Dubai understands something most cities don't. Image is everything. The illusion of success is just as powerful as success itself. Maybe even more. Because when people around the world see these malls, they don't see emptiness. They see possibility. Luxury. Status. A lifestyle worth chasing. And that's what keeps the machine running. The mall doesn't need to be packed every second. It just needs to look ready. Ready for the crowds. Ready for the money. Ready for the world. And in Dubai, readiness is a form of reality. Look closer at the design. Wide walkways. High ceilings. Massive open spaces. It's beautiful, but it also spreads people out. Even when there are hundreds inside, it can still feel empty. That's not an accident. It's architecture working with psychology. Because space creates a sense of exclusivity. If it's too crowded, it feels ordinary. But if it's spacious, calm, almost quiet, it feels premium. Luxury isn't loud. It whispers. And this mall whispers constantly. But there's another layer most people don't consider. Tourism. Dubai's economy leans heavily on visitors. Millions fly in every year chasing the same dream they've seen online. And when they arrive, they go exactly where they've been told to go. The malls. But tourism isn't constant. It comes in waves. Seasons. Peaks and drops. One month the place feels alive. The next, it feels like it's waiting. Waiting for the next influx of dreamers. Waiting for the next surge of spending. Waiting for the illusion to refill itself. And yet, no matter the season, the mall never closes. Lights stay on. Stores stay open. Staff stays ready. Because closing would break the illusion. And Dubai cannot afford to look like it's slowing down. There's also something deeper happening behind the scenes. Many of these retail spaces are not just about sales. They're about presence, branding, visibility. For global luxury brands, having a store here is a statement. It says you've made it. You belong in one of the most elite retail environments in the world. Even if the daily sales don't match the rent. Even if foot traffic isn't always consistent. The value isn't just in transactions. It's in being seen. So the stores stay open. The displays stay perfect. And the mall continues to function like a living advertisement for wealth itself. But here's where things get uncomfortable. Because for workers inside the mall, this isn't an illusion. It's reality. Long shifts. Standing for hours. Smiling at customers who rarely come. Maintaining perfection in a space that sometimes feels frozen in time. For them, the quiet isn't luxurious. It's exhausting. Every empty hour feels longer. Every slow day feels heavier. Because behind the polished surface, there's pressure. Targets. Expectations. Survival. And that's the hidden contrast. Dubai's malls are built to look effortless. But they run on effort. Massive, constant, invisible effort. Walk through again and notice the details. The escalators that never stop moving, even when no one is on them. The fountains that keep flowing. The screens that keep playing. The illusion never pauses. Because if it did, even for a moment, people might start asking questions. Why is it so quiet? Why are there so few shoppers? Why does something so big feel so empty? And once those questions start, the illusion begins to crack. But here's the truth. Dubai isn't lying. Not completely. The malls are real. The luxury is real. The experience is real. But what's not always real is the constant fullness people expect. Because what you see online, in ads, in travel vlogs, is a highlight reel. A perfectly timed snapshot of peak moments. Not the full picture. And that's where the biggest lie comes from. It's not a lie told with words. It's a lie told with images. With angles. With timing. With expectation. And to be fair, this isn't just Dubai. It's the world we live in now. Everything is curated. Everything is optimized to look better than it is. Dubai just does it on a bigger scale. A much bigger scale. So the empty mall that never stops isn't broken. It's working exactly as intended. It's a symbol. A stage. A carefully maintained vision of what luxury should feel like. Even if reality doesn't always fill every corner. And maybe that's the most fascinating part. Because in a world obsessed with noise, crowds, and constant activity, Dubai built a place where quiet can still feel expensive. Where space itself becomes a product. Where emptiness isn't failure. It's part of the design. So the next time you see those stunning shots of endless malls, glowing lights, and luxury brands stretching into the distance, look a little closer. Ask yourself what's just outside the frame. Because sometimes, the most interesting stories aren't in what's shown. They're in what's missing. And in Dubai, even emptiness has a purpose. If you made it this far, you're already seeing what most people miss. Drop a comment with your thoughts. Does this change how you see Dubai, or is it just part of the experience? Subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating places, hidden truths, and untold stories. Because sometimes, the biggest secrets are hiding in plain sight.